Oh, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today. And what we have here is one of the people of influence, that one of the gatekeepers at Fox News, Sean Hannity. Boom. What did I call it? Um, I called it something. Fox News. Anyway, uh, regardless, I don't know who's still watching Hannity and getting their news from Hannity, but Hannity's been terrible for years, and he has struck a nerve with MAGA recently, the America First people, with his complete endorsement of course, Dr. Oz. And this dude Handy brings on Lizard Graham in regularly to sit there and tell us that he's going to send a strongly worded letter, and never does any type of investigation. He never gets down to anything. He pals up with Biden. Uh, and Hannity is one of these individuals who rubs up against people from CNN, with like Don Lemon and others, that he strongly opposes. However, he could always be found in pictures with them and things like that. So, yeah, there is a backlash coming, especially on the heels of him giving the runaround to Kathy Barnett, who, after Sean Hannity decided to go ahead and attack on her show, when she reached out to him saying, "Hey, I'd be happy to come on your show to discuss these allegations that you were laying at my feet." Hannity said, "Oh, I'm taking a day off and I can't schedule you in for a Monday broadcast." And we know he can, with a big budget like that and everything he has. He certainly could do it, but he refuses to, because that would go against what he is currently doing. So let's go ahead and dive into today's article. But before we do, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining me, allowing me to share some information with you. Hopefully, you can share with your friends and family. Let's see if we can't get this video up over 1,500 likes. There is a super thanks button there if you want to help keep the LBF studio lights on. That's one way to contribute. Or if you just like the content I put out, that's one way you can show your appreciation. In either case, I absolutely appreciate all of you who have already donated through the super thanks. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into today's topic here, coming to us from WayneDupree.com. Says this: why is MAGA lashing out against Sean Hannity right now? Well, I don't know about everybody else, but I haven't been a Hannity person in quite some time. I don't know about you guys. You guys can probably tell me in the comments. So the article starts off here. Says, I stopped watching about 6 years ago. That's when I about stopped watching as well. I used to be a Fox junkie, watching it 24/7. I really changed the channel on my TV set, and the Rogers Ellis slave, and everything went to crap. So if I watch Fox News, it's because I caught a clip on Twitter or Rumble. I mainly watch Tucker clips, sometimes the 5. But other than that, I'm not really into Fox News or any cable news channel for that matter. But now pay close attention to what is happening on social media. I can tell you that right now there is a huge MAGA backlash against Sean Hannity. I wasn't sure what was going on, so I had to look into it. And while it appears to center on the recent episode where Hannity hosted unpopular Pennsylvania Senate candidate Dr. Oz on the show, and apparently the two of them bash popular MAGA candidate Kathy Barnett, who is running against Oz. But the angst appears to go deeper than that. I am seeing a lot of comments from people that Hannity is a warmonger as well. That is true. MAGA, who is very anti-war, claims that Hannity is pushing us closer to World War III and promoting the Ukraine war on his show. He does. They also don't like Hannity is always promoting traitor and rhino Lindsey Graham. I stated that at the very beginning of this video. That's a big time sore spot for MAGA. I recently realized how serious the backlash was when a very popular MAGA account, Cat Turd, published a tweet on Hannity that went MAGA viral. Here's what Cat Turd said: Sean Hannity is starting to get on my nerves, he said. Here are the few responses. The breaking news guy that has no breaking news. Sean Hannity needs to report on 2,000 mules. Never has anyone with such a large platform accomplished so little. Same here. Started with me a month or so ago when he had Pence on his show. That was a red flag there. Hannity serves the swamp, bought and paid for by the neocons. What you are indeed a patient man if he is just beginning to get on your nerves. Imagine the disclaimer his book has have to have with his guests. Now, remember, always be prepared to let Sean tell you what to think. Yep, the constant warmongering and shilling for Graham and Oz. Hannity's an insider and works for the agencies, if you know what I mean. When I got arrested for keeping the church open in March of 2020, he threw me under the bus. Told me everything. He also caused major problems for 45. This guy wears a CIA pin on his lapel every night. What more do you need to know? I think that he and Tucker must have a slight falling out because they no longer interact at the top of the hour switch out. Says, I still like Sean, but he does get on my nerves at times. He does not let other people talk. and expresses their points, he likes to hear himself talk more. I just listen less frequently. Maybe once or twice, 2 times a week is enough. I bet he hasn't talked about the 2K mules yet. For those of us who know what is happening, it is hard to listen, but his mission is to preach and tell a story. And for some who just tune in, they say, I had no idea. His ratings are solid for over 25 years. He loves Rhino Lindsey Graham. I don't listen to him anymore. He's a deep state population influencer tool. So clearly, Hannity has an issue with the MAGA base. Who does not like war, Dr. Oz, or Lindsey Graham? This stuff appeals to establishment types. If Hannity wants to get bigger with MAGA, he has to do a lot of rebranding. As it stands now, obviously someone's watching and enjoying his show because his ratings are good. But in my opinion, if Hannity wants to remain relevant, he needs to work harder to bring the America First crowd. That's the future. The establishment is the past. And this article is absolutely right with how Hannity has presented his show. Again, I called him a gatekeeper earlier, refusing to bring on people who are America First. He brings on these establishment shills who sit there and they trash people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and people like that. And there's no need for that. So yeah, Sean Hannity is somebody that is not somebody that I think is going to peddle good influence within the MAGA ranks. And he's selling you a story. He's selling you the establishment. So you can come into your own decision. I don't want to tell you who to listen to or watch, but for me, there's a lot of red flags for Sean Hannity. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Of course, you guys can follow me on all my social media, including Odysee and Gab, both linked in the description down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and of course, leave a big old let's go, Brandon. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.